of a college basketball game. That was the best we've played all year. I thought, we've had some games where we've been good, and that's a good basketball team over there. It's extremely well coached. What they did was really smart. They suffocated us offensively. We got off to a fast start, and then we didn't score for about 20 minutes. Their pressure was a real issue. And then we made an adjustment that helped relieve some of the pressure. We started getting some back cuts, got us some baskets, but a heck of a game. And what a great crowd. I mean, I very appreciative of everybody turning out. To have a red-out game, first national TV game we've had in a while, at home, on break when the students aren't here, and to be able to fill the end zones. I mean, the ticketing, the market, the external people worked their butts off, and it was a really good atmosphere, and it was a big factor in the game. When you win by one, the crowd makes a difference. They missed several free throws. Got to give the crowd a lot of credit. So we needed all of it.
All right, just state your name and affiliation. We'll give a question for Coach.
Jordan Ladderback, Newsday. Tyler, that last shot kind of goes off the iron before it goes in. Did you have time to even have a thought where, you thought it might not go in? Take me through that emotion of that last shot.
I was just trying to be aggressive. I felt like I airballed the last couple two jumpers. So I got to get this floater off. And I thought it was going to come off on the left, so I was already starting to crash to try and see if I could tip it in from the side, and then it just got the friendly roll.
Tell me a little bit about this final 10 minutes. They were playing really well defensively, especially coming out of halftime.
Yep.
How did you guys kind of turn that into what it became in the final 10 minutes?
Just slowing the game down. We came up. We always say we don't want to limit turnovers. I had a couple bad turnovers. We just started off the game too many turnovers, and that's how they were able to come back. We just wanted to just execute and then really harp on playing defense.
Coach, final 5 minutes of this game, what did you kind of see of, it's easy to say, what did you learn? But what did you learn about this team, against, I think they're the best statistically defensive team in the conference.
Yep.
What did you learn about these guys, especially after that first 10 minutes in the second half?
Yeah, I think I'll give our guards credit. I've been hard on our guards because the turnovers are a real issue for us, and it's been a real issue throughout the season. The last, we came into halftime. We had, I think, 8. We quickly grabbed a couple turnovers, start second half. So what I learned was when we really concentrate and do what we know we need to do, we're capable. Because that has been the best defensive team in our league. They've got the most dominant rim protector. They've got good speed, and I think you look at their guards. Their guards are big physical guys, and so they can bang you and keep you on the perimeter. And if you do get in the lane, the big fella is terrific. So if you look at our close games, what do we try to do? Well, we go through these two guys offensively. We throw it to them in the mid-post a lot because we're not a team that dribble drives and has a ton of success. We had some success tonight because of how much they pressured us. So, I think if you look at the second half, we had a lot of guys contribute. A lot of guys made huge plays. Tanaj Petway hit a ridiculously hard turnaround jumper that we desperately had to have. But those games are fun when you score. I'd like us to stop them more, but it was a fun game for the fans. They shot 70% in the second half. You're not going to win a ton of games if the opponents are going to shoot 70%. So obviously we carried it on the offensive end, and that's not something we've done. Tonight it's mid-January. That's the first game we've won where the opponents scored over 65, and they had 66, and we won by 1. So we're going to score. That mid-60s, low 60s, that's who we are. We've got to be better defensively in the second half, but they really shot the three the first, couple minutes, and then their guards just took some of our smaller guards to mid-range and jumped up and kind of punished us mid-range. So, I'm excited. That was the best we played. I mean, it's mid-January. We're getting better. So that was a great win for us.
Frankie, what's your perspective on Tyler's, shot? As it goes up, do you think it's in?
Oh, yeah.
When it hits the rim, kind of taking through your emotions there.
I knew it was in just because, I've seen him work on it. We work on that a lot. And just like you said, he missed 2 in a row. So, third one's going to go in because we just put so much work into it. But I knew it was good though. It was a good shot. He got his legs up under him and got good lift on it. So I knew it was good.
Kenny?
Kenny the Statesman, congrats on winning, you guys.
Thanks.
Coach, pulling out another nail biter. How do you feel about the team's performance today as a whole?
Yeah, listen, like I said, I mean, Kenny, honestly, that's the best we've played. I mean, you've been at most of the games. You haven't gone to your car thinking we were any better than that, I don't think. I mean, we were good on both ends. And some of their baskets in the second half, I don't think were even that bad at defense. They had some size advantages in the backcourt, and they were able to take some of our smaller guards and just get them to 10 feet and jump up over us and score. It doesn't mean they're easy shots. So, anytime you can just find a way to claw one out, that's fun for everybody. I mean, it was fun for the coaches and when the final buzzer went, but I'm sure the guys had fun playing because when you're scoring, the game's a little more exciting than when you don't put the ball in the basket too often.
And, you guys were up 8 with 2:35 left in the first half. Drexel goes on an 8-0 run to tie it. In your opinion, what went wrong in that stretch?
Well, I think, and we talked about it, it was a red out, and we threw the ball to the guys not wearing red. I mean, it was turnovers. We dribble off our foot, and we dribble and we fall down, and I just didn't think that the difference between Towson game and this, Towson is extremely physical, and that affected everything we did on offense. These guys denied and were physical. We were, over the course of the game, we were finally able to make an adjustment and do a better job of dribbling and passing and sealing. And guys, the players are tired of hearing it, but for us, that's the whole year. In games we haven't turned it over, we've had a pretty fair amount of success. We turn it over, we don't have enough firepower to overcome 3 turnovers that occur up by half court and they get run out dunks. I mean, those are those pick sixes are a real problem. So. Look, I think we just got to keep working at it. We're getting better. I really liked how the guards played the last, 15 minutes offensively. So hopefully we can build on it and see some more results on it Saturday.
And Drexel has the best defense in the conference, much in part to Amari Williams, who's the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. How do you game plan around somebody like that?
Well, in the first half, we didn't have a lot of success with it. I'll say this. We had practice all week leading up to this. It was our best prep all year. We tried to invert our offense and bring our bigs away because we didn't want them standing in the lane. Fitz got some good looks. He's made – and listen, he doesn't shoot a ton of threes, but he's made threes in games. He's made a pile of mid-range shots. Fitz is an elite mid-range shooter from the foul line area. We tried to make that a factor in the game. Sarvin played some 5, but neither one of those guys had a great shooting game. But I think just by us shooting them, it got them away from the basket. And they played big lineup a little bit. And when they did, they got, Frankie was able to bang a couple deep threes with some of their bigs having to go chase them. So that's how we game planned for it. It didn't, if Fitz and Sarvin shoot the ball like they typically shoot it, I think it would have been really effective. But the reality is we got the big guy away from the rim, and there's a reason like Tyler, not the game winner because he was in the basket, but if you think back, Tyler had a huge drive, left-hand layup on the right side in front of our bench. Williams was up by the foul line. And if we're not stretching and some of that stuff and he's in the lane, it's a harder play, so he's a handful, Williams. I mean, he's terrific. He's terrific.
And last one for Coach, what does it mean for the morale of the team to pull out a game like this?
Well, I said this to the guys. It's been a fun group to work with and be a part of. The other night we get beat by Towson and they beat us up physically, and I thought we accepted it a little bit, and so we were hard on them and we got after them. And after we played Towson, we had multiple guys up in the weight room lifting on a Saturday night at 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. Coach Green comes because he had guys grab him when to go lift. That's how our group's been. They don't get sensitive. You can coach them. You can coach them hard. You can get on them and challenge them, and they're really good people, so they're fun to be around. So I think that as we move forward, there are some things that we can fix. There's some things that will be harder for us to fix than others. But the attitude's always in the right place. And, the two guys up here kind of set the tone for that. I mean, I coach them hard, but I mean, they're easy guys to coach. Anybody can coach them well. I don't know that I'm coaching them well, probably not. But I'm just saying that when you can go to a guy and challenge them and they respond, that's makes your job a lot easier. So, you know, I appreciate the leadership that these two guys show.
And Tyler, you know, you're able to get the lucky roll for the game winner.
Shooter's touch, not lucky roll. Come on. Let's fix that.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Shooter's touch for the game winner. You know, just kind of take me through the emotions of, you know, that play and just kind of the last couple minutes as a whole, because you also had, you know, the layup, the possession before that.
Just wanted to win, man. You know, we felt like we could have played way better against Towson. We should really be undefeated in conference right now, but we just wanted to really get this win. And, you know, I trusted all my guys. You know, my guys made a lot of plays, and we just really wanted to win this game. Frankie was talking a lot. Frankie hit some big shots. Frankie gave me some energy. I wasn't scoring at the time. Frankie came in back to back, boom, boom, boom. I just felt the energy, so it was just great, and the crowd was great. So just glad we got the win today.
And as a team, what is something you feel you guys did well today that's going to be important moving forward?
I felt like, minus the turnovers, I felt like we kind of took the pressure and made it against them. If that makes sense. Like, you know, they were overplaying. We just did the simple stuff. We backdoored, and just everyone played confidently, and everybody made plays that we know and trust that they can make.
And Frankie, you know, you only had 2 points at the half. You finished with 16. You know, do you feel like you played best when the lights are brightest?
I mean, I don't know. I just trust my work. So I mean, it's hard to it's a long game. So I mean, there's a lot of different matchups and stuff, a lot of things to do. But I mean, they put me in a good spot to get the ball, and you know, they trusted me. That's why I just made some shots, and just a lot of reps go into it also. So it's kind of like, just let me get in my spots and then just rep it out. So I just feel like I just play confident, and my coaches trusted in me, and my teammates trusted in me.
16 and 14, right?
I don't know. I can't read.
That's crazy.
I don't
I
have my
just wanna say
glasses.
that.
I keep staring at the sheet.
16
I
and
don't know what it
14.
says.
Matt, at WSU, you guys have been shouting, so my voice is a little raspy.
Matt, I appreciate
God,
that a lot
appreciate
more than
that,
these
man.
other guys. I appreciate that.
That was great. Coach, I just want to start with you. These guys, a couple of these guys mentioned, you know, the best defense in the conference. They actually had the 15th best scoring defense, like nationally, in terms of points per game, and you guys just knocked them off, obviously. Just coming out, how does that feel, man? I mean, that's got to be real. They're nationally, you know, in that top tier.
Yeah, I think the best part for our guys is it should give us some confidence, and because we've had games where we've run similar offense, had similar turnover numbers, but maybe not been able to get over the hump. But we haven't played at home a lot. I mean, you know, tonight was their 5th road game of the year. We've already played 9. So we haven't been home a whole bunch, and in college basketball is dominated by home teams nationally. You know, it's up over 76% of games are won by the home team. So you know the schedule we've had's been challenging, and you know, to be able to do it tonight was fun. I mean, it was like I said, it was a fun game. I'm sure the guys had a lot of fun.
Oh, I did too. I want to thank you guys. You guys had.
No, listen, man, I appreciate you out there losing your voice for the
Oh, yeah.
cause. I love it.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks.